Welcome back, beauty queens. So in this video, I'm going to show you guys how to do butterfly braids. As you guys already know, my issue with my edges, but if you guys have the same issue that I have, this style will definitely hide your edges. You can do the braids as big as you want, as wide as you like. It's completely up to you. So I've blown my hair out, and now I'm just going to add some Murray's Edgewax to the top portion because you want to make sure that you put your braids as close to the front as possible. And then you're going to just braid all the way down to the back. And then you're going to do the same thing for the opposite side. Only thing is I'm going to hot comb the other side because it's more of my hair that's going to be going to the braid. So I want to make sure that it's a little straighter. I'm not going to do like an intense hot comb or anything like that. And then you're going to connect the two braids in the back with a rubber band, a twisty, whatever it is that you prefer. You can also use the same method if you want to do a halo braid. It's really easy. It's really simple. And it's a nice, a nice little cute style to do as well. If you don't really want to do anything to your hair, it's super fast and it's cheap. So you can also try the halo braid that goes all the way around your head by using this same method. So now we are going to make our two braids. So for the first braid, which is going to be on the longer side, I have one pack of Xpressions Braiding here. I'm going to use the entire pack. Like, I'm not going to cut it in half or anything like that. I'm going to use the length, and then I'm going to braid it all the way down to the bottom. After you braid the braid all the way down to the bottom, you're going to scrunch the braid up. Like, you're going to start to pull it apart until it gets to the point where, you want it for your style. I forgot to let you guys know that once you get to the end of your braid, you can just put a rubber band in it or some kind of holding twisty or whatever to keep the braid from coming out completely when you start to pull it and stretch it and things like that. So you just want to put a rubber band at the bottom of it before you start to pull it. Also, when you're braiding your braid, do not make the braid too tight. If you make the braid too tight, it's going to be harder for you to stretch the braid. So don't make it too loose, don't make it too tight. Just like right in the middle so you can have some give for you pulling the braid. So now we're going to move on to our second braid. This one, the braid is not going to be as long, so you can cut the braid in here in half. And then you're going to just repeat the same method. Well, it won't be as long if you do it the same exact way that I did it, but if you do it in the middle and your braids are going to be the same length, then they're both going to need to be long. I'm threading a needle because I'm going to be sewing the two braids on. But before I do that, I'm going to just lay down these bit of edges that I got. So I'm using Design Essentials. They have a sleek max edge control. Well, they call it edge tamer, and it is amazing. The bomb. No white. It's not hard. It stays. This is another one of my favorites. If you guys have never watched any of my other videos before, as everybody else knows, my issue with my edges is I have hair along my hairline, but I have thinning behind my hairline. So if you have no hair on your hairline at all, you would just need to bring the braids closer to the front so you cannot see the beginning of your hairline. So that would be how you would camouflage your edges if you don't have the front portion of your hairline. So now we're going to add our braids. So at the top of the braid, you're going to add a pin, and then you're going to stick it into the beginning of your braid, and then you're going to sew from behind the braid onto your braid that you created with your own hair. And you're going to go all the way to the back to where you have the two rubber bands. And after your braid is complete, you can fluff the braid out as much as you like. If it's not as wide as you want it to be, you can just keep playing with it until it's to your liking. But this is how it should look. So now we're gonna do the opposite side. You're gonna pin like this, like you did with the other side, and then you're gonna stitch underneath the braid onto your braid. Where the two braids meet, you're going to sew them together, and then you're going to unravel the longer braid, and you're going to add all of the hair in to finish your braid off. So I'm going to be adding some loose curly hair to the end of my braid. So I'm just going to put the braid in a rubber band, and then I'm going to cut the excess braid off, and then I'm just going to wrap the bundle hair around the bottom of my ponytail. And then just to give it like a little bit of spice, I'm going to add some hair jewelry. This is like the same method you would use for an invisible ponytail, except for it's just going at the bottom of the braid. But I glued the first bit of the track, I attached it to the bottom of the braid, and then I just started to wrap around. And then once I got to the top, I just added 2 pins. So now I'm going to add some of the gold string to where my track and my braid, where my track starts on my braid, so I can hide where the track is at. And it looks cute too, so we're going to do that. So I'm just going to wrap it around until it works for me. And then I'm going to add some of those gold ring jewelry to the braids. So I'm just cleaning up the braid a little bit. I'm going for a messy braid, but I just want to get the frizz off. And then the ponytail is a little too long, so I'm just going to cut it to shorten it. And here it goes, guys. This is the finished look. Don't forget, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I will definitely be back with another video, but this is how you achieve the butterfly braid. That is the technique that you guys can use. Add me on Instagram, and I'll see you guys soon.